of the university education, but from the professional angle. And the institution that handles the professional teaching of lawyers is the Nigerian Law School. And so, on this scale, we shall be talking to the Director General of the Nigerian Law School, Professor.
Imagine any society without laws. Imagine piles of laws without the courts to interpret them. Imagine lots of interpretation without a medium to bring them to your doorsteps. The scale of the network service of the Nigerian Television Authority helps to fill the gaps and turns law and justice into a tangible instrument for national development. That is the scale, and it is balance.
Let's go to the main body of our program, which is the interview with Professor Isa Hayatu Chiroma, Senior Advocate of Nigeria and Director General of the Nigerian Law School. So much for him to reveal. Let me allow him to do the talking. Students are not on any of the campuses now.
Yeah, they are not. We just finished battle examination, and marking is ongoing, and hopefully students will resume in November.
Sir, you always do some stock taking every time there is a call to bar. But let's also use this opportunity to take an overview of your operations so far. How many campuses do we have operational of the Nigerian Law School now?
There are 6 campuses, and the 7th campus is taking over this academic session in Port Harcourt. We have existing campuses in Abuja, Lagos, Enugu, Kano, Yenagoa, and Yola.
What's the state of affairs on those campuses? Are you generally satisfied with their state of?
At all. We're just doing the best we can, but I can assure you also that we've been doing the best we can. But fortunately, apart from the normal mega budgetary allocation, we've been talking to a lot of government agencies in the spirit of the inter-agency relationship. I've been getting a lot of support and assistance from sister agencies, ministries, and other parastatals that have better budgetary allocation, members of the profession, senior members, and people of goodwill.
Can the BL program in Nigeria be sustained with government budget?
The way things are going in Nigeria, my thinking is that it's not likely. Because the way it is, it's supposed to be a postgraduate program. It's supposed to be self-funding, self-sustaining. And the fees payable, to say the least, cannot sustain this program. Taking into cognizance also, things have changed. Too many inflationary rates in terms of running costs, diesel, security services, cleaning services, books in the library, cost of running internet facility, and including cost of dinner and cocktails for students. Things have skyrocketed in the last 1 year, and it's becoming very, very unbearable on the Nigerian law school system.
Indeed, you mentioned dinner. Some people are suggesting that the number of dinners should be cut down. Has that reached your desk?
Not quite. If for anything, we'll suggest for increasing number of dinners rather than reducing.
Okay.
It's a process of training lawyers,
Yes.
and it's practical. And our thinking is that maybe we should even increase one more dinner.
That would make it 3.
4.
4 then.
Yes.
You have 3 in existence.
Yes.
Okay. Now let's look at the fees being paid by these students. While you say that you still have funding difficulties, students are saying that fees are really high.
Well, even if you ask students to come and do law school free of charge, students will complain. The current regime of fees has been in existence for over 10 years, maybe 15 years. And I'm sure you can, it's self-explanatory.
Yes.
We know there are students who are from poor background who cannot pay. A lot of them, we understand this. But our thinking is that there should be like a scholarship scheme from state governments, from individuals, other bodies. Students also should swallow their pride. We are looking for cleaners. We are looking for gardeners, security men. That's what happens all over the world. You work to pay your school fees. Nigerian students should swallow their pride and work like they do in UK or US, anywhere all over the world. That's what they do. Why should Nigeria be different? We know there are people who cannot pay, but there are avenues through which they can pay their school fees. If they work for it, they earn money and pay.
Now let's look at the curriculum of the Nigerian law school. How updated is it?
Femi, you see, the problem with Nigerian law school is that we are not expected to talk. We are expected to do our own work.
Okay.
The rumor going around is that our curriculum is archaic. We don't improve. After every academic session, we converge to do what we call academic retreat, to do self-assessment, to look at the way forward. What we've taught in the last 1 year, is there need to improve? Are there new laws, regulations? Are there happenings all over the world that we need to look at and incorporate into our own curriculum? That's what we do every year. I have no issue with our own curriculum. The issue is the training in the Nigerian university system. Most of the students have spent like 5 years in the university system. They spend less than 1 year here. People expect us to remedy the defect that has been going on for the last 5 years. It's very difficult. But I must commend NUC, the move to look at the new curriculum, the CCA core curriculum of Nigerian universities. That's what they call CCMAS.
Yes.
It's very revolutionary. It introduced a lot of things. It has also given the universities, the deans, the teachers, a lot of leverage. About 30% of the courses being taught in the university now. The faculty can decide what to teach.
Okay.
So it depends on what they want to do. So the ball is in our own court as teachers.
Yes. When these students, after graduating from universities, come to law school, it is easier for you to detect the defects in the students. Do you make input into the university curriculum?
Yes, we do. When the CCA mass was to be reviewed, we were invited. We made our own submissions. We've told them these are the challenges. It's like somebody stepping from staircase. We know what the issues are. These are the major challenges in the university system. If you correct this, when they come here, things will be better. We'll be communicating. Rather than the university will be sitting down doing its own things its own way, and we'll be doing our own. But I think there will be improvement very soon.
And the law school is actually the ceiling point for the profession. The law school is the one that determines when you become a professional.
Yeah.
Let's look at the curriculum, the professional curriculum.
Yes.
How are these students coping with that practical part of it?
Well, in the last few years, you've seen the result from the law school. There are students here, even if you don't teach them, they are first class material. They are second class upper. There are students also, no matter how you teach, you can't correct, you can't, because the foundation is defective. It's normal, not only in law profession, every other profession. But what we do is we try as much as possible to tell them things are done differently here. That's the reason why our teaching and pedagogy is practical in nature, so that they appreciate what is in store for them. After leaving this place, these are things you are going to be confronted with in real life situation. That's what we've been doing. But the issue, like I've told you, they've spent most of their time in the Nigerian university. And with the new CCMAS, I'm sure things will improve.
When you see lawyers found guilty of misconduct or misbehave, do you feel that it is they did not get the proper teaching at the law school, or it's a general behavioral matter in Nigeria?
Well, it's not peculiar to law profession. Every other profession, you have quack doctors. Quack in courts,
Yes.
doctors who have been trained, properly trained, but what they do outside is different. Engineers, they cut corners. You have pharmacists who sell drug to drug addicts. The same thing even in the legal profession. You train them, they know the expectations, they know the ethics, but when they go out, they do something different. I'm not sure you know, in the last few years, what has been happening here. Lawyers coming to write examination for students in Nigerian law school. Is it because they don't know that it's wrong? Is it because they don't know the rules and regulations? They know. But they are the black sheep of this profession.
What do you do to such students?
Obviously.
Criminal trials or something?
Criminal trials. The last one, they are on trial, so I don't want to comment on that matter, but we'll file the matter to the Office of the Attorney General of the Federation. It's been prosecuted by the DPP. We have another one just recently in Enugu campus. We prosecute. The students also come before the Students Disciplinary Misconduct Committee. It goes to council. The matter is strict liability. 10 years back, obviously, you can imagine.
Okay, or they go to the Legal Practitioners Disciplinary
Or
Committee.
the lawyers also, after they go to LPDC, that's it. We are doing the best we can, but these are black sheep of every you see them, every profession, not only legal profession.
Now, after a long drawn contestation with the Open University of Nigeria, the Nigerian Law School eventually admitted a number of graduates from the Open University for the law BL program. You organized a remedial program for them. What is the update of these set of students?
Well, our plan was that they will come here and do 1 year remedial. Then when the situation availed itself, we admitted into the Bar 2 program. They just finished the remedial program. The result has been processed, so we're about to release the results. Yeah.
And do they have a time for the Bar 2 program?
No. It's when the situation availed itself.
Okay.
Yeah.
What is your discussion? Have you been able to talk to the Nigerian Open University about their program?
No, Open University is aware. You see, this matter has been lingering for over maybe 7-8 years. I inherited it. And it's a matter I was determined to resolve. And this matter was resolved on certain conditions. It went through the Council of Legal Education, through the MBA NEC, through the body of benchers. NUC is aware. The Honorable Attorney General, Minister of Justice is aware. CJN, every other person who is a major stakeholder, we agree on certain conditions. Open University must adhere to no more admissions. Law program must stop. Your students will go and do remedial program. They're expected to do externship. These are the conditions. If Open University goes ahead to do anything contrary to this, you know what the consequences are. It's not about me. It's about our own profession.
What are the consequences?
Obviously. The consequences basically is that they pay for it. NUC is aware. Every other major stakeholder in legal education is aware. The chairman body of benchers, chairman council of legal education, MBA president. These are not people that you play with.
They pay for it by you stopping.
We'll stop admission. Everybody is aware, including the regulatory agencies, the NUC.
So how about the ones who have already started the remedial program?
Obviously, like I've said, Femi, I think you are an interested party here. You want to corner me to say when they will come here. I said when the situation averts itself, when we have the opportunity to bring them here. Yeah.
I just want to know, in case of those who are already in, they think they are in, so they don't want to join the set of people who are still being admitted by.
No, Femi, get this thing right. There are about 1,883 students.
Okay.
Most universities, their quota is no more than 50. You don't expect me to wake up in the morning and admit 1,883 students because they are Open University.
Okay.
Even if we are going to give Open University accreditation to start a law program, we won't give them more than 50. 1,800 is their admission quota for over 20 years in Nigerian law school. So don't worry about what others said. We are a body governed by rules and regulations. We are a body established by law. We know what our responsibility is. NUC is aware. Everybody here who is a major stakeholder is aware of what we are doing. So there's no issue there.
What are the alternatives provided to custodial sentences as provided for in the Administration of Criminal Justice Act as amended?
Thank you. Some of the alternatives to custodial sentences include community service. And that entails that convicts who are sentenced to community service will not go to prison, or to the correctional facility, but they will serve their sentence by providing service to the community. It could be in a hospital, it can be in a public school, it can be in a market, sweeping markets, cleaning government office, cleaning even the courtroom, So that's one, community service. And I'm aware that community service orders have been issued by courts, especially in the Federal Capital Territory and Lagos State. Several courts have issued community service orders. A second one is suspended sentence. Suspended sentence means that after the conviction of the suspect, he's not sentenced, but given time to turn a new leaf, maybe given 6 months, or 3 months, or even 1 year. So if he behaves well during this period, he will never be sentenced. That's what is called suspended sentence. In other words, he's given an opportunity to turn a new leaf. There's also what is called rehabilitation. It's rehabilitation order. There is treatment. There are some convicts who do not need punishment in the real sense of the word. What they need is